This is Matt Vervoice from La La Land Records, and you've entered the La La Land Lounge on GeekCast Radio.
Hello and welcome to the La La Land Lounge here on GeekCast Radio. I'm, of course, TFG and Mike. It is a new year, folks, and I wanted to get to this last year in its 25th anniversary year, but holidays and everything else kind of got in the way. I am joined by, talking about my generation, co-founder, co-host, host, whatever you want to call him, Doug Abel. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Is this your first podcast in like 4 years? Or at least 2 years?
Actually, no. I've actually gotten a couple under my belt for talking about my generation. We did some episodes about Stanley's passing, and we have some episodes about the Grinches and something else we did. I gotta go back and look. We just did it recently. I've got a couple of them out there that I've been knocking out and trying to just pick back up because, you know, I want to go to Comic-Con, and Comic-Con is coming, and hopefully they'll have a press pass this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, folks, for those of you that don't know, even though we talk about music on this part of GeekCast Radio, we talk about the scores released from La La Land Lounge, or the La La Land Records music label company. Doug, for the longest time, 25 years, had been going to Comic-Con, and I think for the last 3, he has not been able to go because he hasn't been able to get the passes.
Yeah. So I'm trying like hell this year. Hopefully I can go, and if I go, then one of the nice things is I'll be able to go and actually talk to the guys from La La Land Records there in person and say, hey, nice to meet you. I've been working with your stuff.
Yep.
Here I am. Hello.
Yep, exactly. So we are here to talk about the 25th anniversary release of The Sandlot from the La La Land Records website. It says, La La Land Records, 20th Century Fox, and Fox Music present the 25th anniversary remastered and expanded reissue of renowned composer David Newman's original motion picture score to the beloved 1993 coming-of-age baseball dramedy, The Sandlot. Basically, Mr. Newman fashions a delight of a score, expertly weaving nostalgic, Copland-esque Americana with a vibrant, contemporary pulse and a perfect complement to the joyous film's retro heartbeat and a vital part of its charm. Remastered and expanded beyond its previous release by over 40 minutes, this special presentation is produced for 20th Century Fox by Nick Redmond, for La La Land Records by Neil S. Bulk and Mike Matasino, and mastered by Daniel Hirsch. Exclusive in-depth liner notes by Tim Grieving. Cover art covering all the bases, and Grand Slam art design is done by Dan Goldwasser. This is a limited edition of 1,500 units. So this is a 32-track score. The entire thing, it's one disc. The entire thing runs 68 minutes and 56 seconds. So just over an hour. And man, does this thing, like, ever since I saw The Sandlot, when I originally saw it back in the 90s, I've wanted the music from this movie, and we now have it. And oh my god, just listening to the music, I remember every single scene out of this movie. Even before that, I still remember most of the scenes, but hearing the music by itself outside of the film, man, I love this.
It's definitely a very, very good mix. You know, putting everything together, the little things in there. You know, you hear the main title, obviously. You hear, you hear them, and there are no words whatsoever that I can find in any of these songs. I'm going through and listening to it, but you start listening to it, and you go, "Oh, hey, this is when they're playing ball. Oh, this is where the Beast shows up. This is, of course, Wendy lotioning up her body with the suntan."
And then the fake drowning with squints.
Yes. You start noticing it. Even if you don't look at the song titles, you're like, I recognize this.
Yep. Absolutely. I love the movie. I love the score. It's one of the movies that I can go back and watch every now and then, more so than most other films. I love the story. I love the way it's told. And the thing with me is, as I said a second ago, is that half of the time, not only am I paying attention to everything that's going on in the movie, I'm also trying to hear the music that's under all the talking scenes and whatever else. And, like, you know, you take Benny, what is it? Where is it? It's Benny Runs Around the Bend, or no, it's Benny Steals Home. Benny Steals Home, which is the final track on the main part of the score here. It's the end of the movie, and it's that music at the end of the movie when Scotty's, you know, adult Scotty's like, the jet steals home, the jet steals home. Well, David Newman put an amazing piece of music under that whole thing, and while you can hear part of it, you don't get to hear all of it, and that's why I love movie soundtrack scores, because it's the music outside of the film, but the music still draws you into the film, like you just said. You could see in your mind every single scene as you're listening to these things.
Oh yeah, you know, it's I don't know. This is one, like you said, it's something that you can sit there and watch, and even just listening to the music, even if you just put this on, and this is one of these, you know, this is one of these titles that it's got iconic music, so you can listen to it and recognize it almost instantly and go, I know what this stuff is from. It's, you know, it's like a, you know, like the 78 Superman soundtrack. When you hear that first bit coming in, or, you know, Star Wars theme song or something like that, you can hear any one of these songs, the main theme title, and go, that's Sandlot right there, you know?
Yep.
It's iconic. I love this stuff. It's good because of that.
Yep. Even though I love all of it, going through and listening to it, there are probably some of the tracks that I would not, like, if I play this score, I'm probably not gonna have, like, the darker Beast themes in here.
Yeah.
Like Beast Under the Fence. That's some dark music. Like when the dog got cut under the fence. I do love it. I do absolutely love it. The fact that the scene with Scotty's Erector set has its own theme song in that. Like, you know, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that we're going airborne.
Mm-hmm. You know, wearing my old hat, playing baseball kind of thing. Benny coaching Scotty is one of the tracks here. I do love some of the alternate tracks as well. Like, I love that they put in playing baseball the end title version, so it's after, obviously, it's the end of the movie, so they use a different theme there, and I love that they put that in here. And that's what I love about La La Land Records, is that they pay attention to everything. And I know most soundtrack companies do as well, but I've been working with these guys for 6 years now, I think, because I started doing written reviews for them in 2013. So yeah, six years or so now. And just everything that they put out, everything that I am interested in that they put out, I absolutely love it. I've got to start banking more episodes of this show so I can request more scores from them. I got to get The World Is Not Enough, the Bond score they put out at the end of last year to that Bond movie. The Sandlot, like you said, it's good old-fashioned Americana, baseball, you know,
Yeah.
America's Greatest Game.
One of my favorite things that they have in this thing, and it almost screams, you know, typical Americana, is they get to the point when there's the showdown between Benny and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
That little bit, and they just start playing that spaghetti western music, and
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
I can't help but laugh because I'm like, that is iconic. That is exactly what you'd expect from, the guns being drawn and they're face off with each other, and that's going to be it. And he ends up running around and getting away from the dog, and it's great.
Yeah, it's so good. And this movie, I mean, it's not full-on star-studded, but it's got some pretty damn good stars behind it. I mean, Dennis Leary as the stepfather, James Earl Jones as Hercules' his owner. Hercules, for those of you that don't know, have been living under a rock for the last 26 years, is the name of the beast. Just some amazing adult star power, and even the kids. Like, I don't think I've followed any single one of these kid actors since this film. I can't remember a single thing any of them have been in. Other than this.
You better have. Because I don't know if you heard. Was it last year or 2 years ago? The guy who played as Benny the Jet Rodriguez in the original one, the kid, he actually caught somebody. He actually caught a crook.
Oh, wow.
You go look it up. You'll find it. He actually caught a crook running away, and he caught the guy.
Wow.
And it was a big thing they made, like, Benny the Jet Ramirez catches a crook as he's trying to run away.
Wow, that's crazy. I do, just to tie it all back to a certain company and a certain collectible that we all love, I have the Squints and Wendy Target exclusive Funko Pop 2-pack. And I have the Beast Pop as well from Funko. So you'll see, folks, in the post, you'll see my images with the soundtrack. I put all the pops next to the soundtrack. Yes, we are nerds.
Oh, man. Well, at least you got the Beast. That's one of the most important ones to have.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I just listening to this score when La La Land first sent it to me. Even now, right now, this is probably going to be my summer 2019 album that I listen to almost all summer because of this, because of just remembering what the movie is and finally getting a chance to hear the music outside of the film. It's just some feel-good stuff. It's, a time forgotten kind of thing that, I don't hear about, too many people playing, pickup baseball or whatever anymore, You don't hear about too many things like this anymore. And the fact that it's one of those things where it's, came out in 93, but it's set in, I think, I want to say the 50s or 60s or something. I forget off the top of my head. It's one of those Christmas Story kind of movies where it was made in one year, but it actually is a different year.
Yeah, definitely a period piece. And you can totally tell it's... Mm-hmm. Even then, though, the kids who are in it, it's not like it's locked and you can't tell. You have to look, but it's definitely that there's a little bit locked in with it. And it's I don't know, I just love it. It's a great film. And, seeing all the kids goofing around and, go log, I'm going to hit the ball out there, or even Benny saying, okay, you stand right here, hold your glove out right there, perfect.
It was the film takes place in the summer of 62.
There we go.
And it's set in the San Fernando Valley, so, California and baseball, there you go. As long as you're not the Padres,
Yeah. The last place players always, it was, come on, let's face it, there is no, if you're in Southern California, the only team that you really follow, you follow either the Angels or you follow
the Dodgers.
And really, the Dodgers are who you follow. Even if they don't make it, you still follow the Dodgers. It's just, it's like New York has the Mets that they follow, or they have
the Evil Empire.
Let's just face it, they have the Yankees. That's what everybody follows in New York. It's either the Yankees or the Mets. Out here, it's the Dodgers. And even then, there is still an ugly thing with people going, hey, the Dodgers came from Brooklyn. You know that. And still, I know it's been like, 60, 70 some odd years since they came out here. But people still have that mentality out here. It's weird.
That's like with the Red Sox. It's like, oh, they used to be called the Boston Braves. I'm like, well, according to my lifetime and according to Bill Buckner, they're the Red Sox. Buckner. Fucking Buckner. Anyway, The Sandlot, go watch it, folks. It's a fun movie. This score is amazing. You can get this score right now on LALALandRecords.com, where soundtracks live. $19.98 for this score. Not a bad price, I don't think. And absolutely love it. I will be listening to it this summer. Hell, I'm probably going to put it on repeat after we record this. Any other final thoughts from you on the score itself?
Can't think of anything other than, this is summer. That's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Short of it being a Phineas and Ferb thing, it's summer.
Yep. Absolutely. It is summer, and it is baseball season and all that good stuff. We're recording this just before the teams start reporting to spring. I think I just saw the Cubs post about spring training tickets, so, the whole January, February, when players first report, is about to start happening. Let's see what else. You can find all the cool soundtracks, all the great soundtracks that La La Land Records has released at LALALandRecords.com, where soundtracks live, like I said before. Check out the Sandlot score, people. Please do. Watch the movie as well. Coming up next time, it's either going to be Justice League, the original DC Animated Universe score, or it might be myself, Steve Megatron, DJ Valentine, and Doug talking about another one of David Newman's scores. We'll be talking about Galaxy Quest and its film as well, so that could be coming up next. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just playing it by ear. You got anything you want to promote before we get out of here?
Well, please go check out my website and my podcast at mygenerationpodcast.com. You can listen to all of our stuff going back for 4 years, plus the new episodes that we've started up again here. And we're going to be continuing on throughout the new year of 2019.
Absolutely. We will catch you next time here on GeekCast Radio and the La La Land Lounge. Unleash the soundtrack geek in you, and we will see you later.